So today we're going to work the hips. So after this class, you can hula hoop. Okay, so let's just start with a little bit of breathing. Pull your cheeks back, ground yourself into your sitting bones, those two bones that you're meant to sit on. Roll your shoulders down your back, close your eyes, soften your face, and allow your eyes to rest on the tip of your nose. Begin to take deep breaths from the bottom of your feet to the crown of your head, filling yourself with oxygen and energy. Hopefully you're practicing in a place where there's at least a plant or two. And then as you exhale, feel the exhale move outwards, but push the energy down into your pelvis. So take a couple of deep breaths here. Now let's just begin today's very short class, short for me, with the honeybee breath, the breath that stimulates your vagus nerve, the nerve that leaves your brain and speaks to all your organs, which protects infections from moving from your gut to your head and works your thyroid gland, the thymus. So allow your teeth to slightly touch, your lips to slightly touch, and your tongue to sit at the bottom of your mouth. We're going to take 3 breaths, and as you exhale, feel the vibration from your throat. When you run out of breath comfortably, inhale and begin again. But we will begin the first inhale together, and we begin now. Just sit with the vibration, follow your inhale, finishing your exhale. And place your hands over your heart, gently bow your head and move to a place of being humble. And set an intention. At the beginning of every practice, we set an intention for that practice. For that change we want to see within ourselves. We plant that intention, we repeat it throughout the practice with our thoughts, moving those thoughts with our breath as we move energy through our body, moving that vibration, that intention. So go ahead, set your intention. Keep your eyes closed, place your hands back on your knees. Take 3 breaths in for the count of 5, out for the count of 5, and I will guide you. Let's begin. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. X, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. X, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, hold. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. X, 2, 3, 4, 5, release. Now take a deep breath through your nose and a long exhale through the mouth. Rub your hands together. Place them over your eyes. Take an inhale and a sigh. Lower your hands, open your eyes. And today we're going to begin on our back. So come lay on your back, straighten the left leg, and put the right leg in the air, place the hands behind you. Let's just start to loosen the hip joint. So inhale here, exhale, make a circle. It doesn't matter how big or small the circle is, as long as you're just feeling the full rotation of the hip. Connecting, remember, each movement with breath. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears, the chin closer to the chest. Now bring the leg up and go back to the other side, counterclockwise. Feel very free to smile. Smile at your hips, smile in your hips. And then stop, and then just make the figure 8, as if you were drawing 8 with the big toe. And then the other way around. Give it a little shake, bend the knee, cross it over, pull the thigh in, push the knee away, bring the foot in towards you, and just gently begin to open the hip. Take a couple of breaths here, counting in for 4 and back down to 2. Release that leg, bring this right leg up, keep the left knee bent. Grab the back of the thigh and gently just pull the thigh in towards you. You can straighten the left leg if you want. Foot is flat, heel is lifting up towards the sky as you inhale. As you exhale, gently pull the thigh in towards you. Inhale all the oxygen into the leg. Gently exhale, release the muscle. Release anything that you're just holding. Any negativity, any negative emotions. Just keep coming back to this present moment. Gently release, bring the knee in towards the right underarm and hold for a moment. Keeping that left leg grounded into the earth. Gently release. Lift the left leg up. Inhale here, exhale clockwise. There should never be movement without breath. Then come up and the other way around. The slower you go, the more you're working the fluid in the hips, the more you're working the joint. Then come to normal and just start to draw the figure 8. Draw it the other way. Give it a little shake, bend the knee, grab the foot, pull the foot in towards you, push the left knee away with the left hand, chin closer to your chest. Just remember we bury so many things in our hips, things that we don't want to deal with, things that are too hard to deal with. But let's just begin to release them in a safe place. Whatever rises to the top, just acknowledge it. Sit with it for a brief moment and then exhale it and gently let go of its influence. Slowly release. This leg can either stay bent or straight. Pull the back of the leg in, foot is flat. Pull the thigh towards you, relax the shoulders, lift the heel. Just feel that all the way from your sitting bone up the back of your leg. Give it a little shake, pull the knee in towards your left underarm for a moment. Gently release. Bend both knees. So we're going to work the hip flexor, which is the front of the hips here. Make the feet wide as the mat. Inhale here, exhale, start to drop the knees to the right. Bring the left knee as close to the mat as possible and feel the stretch in the front. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale up. Just keep going. Visualize yourself as a windshield wiper, but in a drizzle, not in a major thunderstorm. So you're just going very slowly, holding that stretch at the bottom just for a moment. One more on each side. And then bring it up. Straighten both the legs for a moment. Feet are straight, hands beside you. Always keeping the chin closer to the chest. And just rotate the ankles a little while you're here. Good. Now cross the left knee over the right and drop the feet. You don't want the feet down here. You actually want to imagine that you were on the earth, upside down. Then grab wherever you can and bring the feet towards this direction, towards the crown of your head, and create some resistance. So try and push your hands to bring your feet down, but keep your feet on that even flat plane and hold. You're going to find one hip is more open than the other. So in this pose, you might find that you want to roll over to the side. Keep your back, your shoulders grounded into the earth. Take 3 breaths here, in for 4, back down to 1. Relax your face, your jaw. Release, shake it out. Cross the right over the left. Grab the feet. Curl the toes always towards your knees if you want to protect the knees. If you have knee problems, relax the shoulders. Staying aware of what is rising here, remembering that whatever is rising are just memories you've buried or experiences you've had and you've held on to the experience rather than the lesson, and keep reliving that experience until you bury it deep into your body. So just be aware. Gently release, shake it out. Do a small happy baby. So what's really important here is instead of placing your hands here, place your hands on your ankle and see my shoulders, bring them into the mat. Really push your spine into the mat, feet are flat, shoulders connected, chin closer to the chest, and just release. In a lot of stretch poses, we're still holding resistance. What you really want to learn here is to not resist. Just to let it flow. To allow it to go where it wants to go, the pose, because it's fluid. So as you release the muscle, the resistance, it'll slowly fall into the place it's meant to go, just a little bit like life. shake it out. Place the hands under the knees and just roll back and forth, working the spine, and then slowly come up. Come to a seated position. And just find your comfortable seated position, keeping the right leg to the front, left leg in. Pull the cheeks to the side. And if you have a block, you can grab a block here or a book. So we want to work the outside of the hip here. Plans flat, inhale here. And then exhale, just slowly come down. Drop your head to the block if you can. Use your hands to push your hips back and down so you feel the stretch here. And hold. Relax the shoulders. Flatten the back. Open the chest. Relax the knees, the legs, the hip. Take a couple of breaths here. Slowly come up. So your right leg is forward. Straighten the left leg for a moment. Bring the foot in and here and hold. And just open the hip a little, as if you were rocking a baby, and then pull it in and sit up straight. Shoulders down your back. This leg, toes are up. Gently release, shake it out. Right leg in, left leg forward. Inhale here, slowly come down again. Using the palms of the hands to push the hips back and down, flattening your back, opening your chest. Remember, your breathing should be constant. Breathe in for a certain number, 3 or 4, and then breathe out for the same number. Slowly come up. Release the leg. Bring the left foot in. Open it a little. Then hold it close, flattening the back. Then release, shake it out. So we're nearly done because this is a short practice. Come on to all fours. Just move a little, whatever feels good for you. Just release. And then bring the right leg forward, left leg back. Curl the back toe. And just feel the stretch in the front of the hip. You can place the hands here and hold. This is your psoas. It's connected in through your hips to your lower back. Then change. Bring the left leg forward. You shouldn't be on the kneecap. You should be pushing into the shin, shoulders back, and hold. Then slowly come into your downward dog. Hello. Bend the knees, adjust the upper body. Then the lower body without moving the back. Spread the fingers. Belly button into the spine. Take a breath here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Slowly walk your feet to your hands, roll up. I'm going to decapitate my head here for a moment. You can just talk to my lower body. You're going to grab a block, place it in front of the right foot. Cross the right ankle over the left knee, cradle the foot, and then use the block to sit down so you feel a really deep stretch in your hip. Bring the palms together once you have the balance, otherwise hold on to the block, and use the right elbow to push the knee down. You can breathe out through the mouth here if you need to. Take a couple of breaths here. My couple is always 3 or 4 because I'm numerically dyslexic. Anyone who's come to my studio knows that. And hold. Slowly release. Oh yeah, that's good. Bring it to the left, cross the left, not the left shoulder, left ankle over the right knee. Sit down. If you don't have the balance, hold on. Remember, you're sitting in a chair, your back is flat, your chest is open. Take a couple of deep breaths, or shallow, or whatever you can manage, but just make sure you breathe. Relax your jaw, your face. If you smile, you get more oxygen coming into your nose. And then release. Shake it out. Just come down. We're going to come into our chair so your toes are just slightly apart. Heels out, inhale up, come into the chair. I have to come very low to keep my head in the video. Biggest thing here is roll the pelvis in, so there's no arch in your back, and hold. Imagine the knees want to move in, but the thighs, the knees are not touching, thighs want to move out, knees want to move in. Slowly come down, shake it out. Good, let's finish with a slight twist. Come onto your back. Bring your knees together. Move your bum a little to the left. Drop the knees to the right. Extend the left arm out. Push the knees together. Look to the left. Now, if you want to go a little deeper, you can take the bottom leg out, put it onto the top knee, and push that knee down with the foot. And hold. Look to the left. Bring the knees into your chest, roll. Move your bum to the right. Drop the knees to the left. You can either also use the hand or pull out the bottom foot and use it to push the top leg down. Extend the arm in line with your shoulder, look to the right, close your eyes. Bring the knees into your chest, roll onto your back. Make your feet wide, let your knees touch. Place your arms beside you. And let's just take a couple of deep breaths. Inhale for 4. As you exhale for 6, move your shoulders away from your ears. Allow your arms to sink into the mat. Relax your back, your chest, your chin closer to your chest. Straighten the legs, make them as wide as the mat. As you exhale, go ahead and drop those legs into the mat and down into the earth. Feel your hips open up. Allow them to sink into the mat and deeper into the earth. Relax your upper lip, your lower lip, your jaw. Just count your breath back from 7. Using the exhale to sink your entire body into the earth. So by the time you get to 1, all that is left is your breath. Move your fingers, your toes. Roll onto your side. Use your left hand to slowly come up to a seated position. Keep your eyes closed, bow to yourself, touch your thumb to your forehead, and thank yourself for coming to your mat today and connecting with your hips. Place your hands over your heart and just give gratitude for all that you have in this world, this life. And just take a moment to forgive yourself for anything you did today that you're still beating yourself up over. Instead of beating yourself up, just learn the lesson that you had to learn and then just forgive yourself. Let it go. Rub your hands together. Place them over your eyes. Take a deep inhale, long exhale. Open your eyes, lower your hands. Namaste. You should be very fluid now. And here's a little seed I want to plant with you. As you move off your mat and go wherever you're going, remember that every time you engage in anything that is negative, approximately 12,000 chemicals are dumped in your body that affect your organs, your cells, everything. When those chemicals attach to your cells, they put a blocker on that cell, therefore not allowing that cell to do the work it needs to do, absorb nutrients or whatever its job is. So when that cell dies and that blocker is still attached to it, when the new cell comes, it comes blocked. So you start to die much faster. So careful with your thoughts as you come off the mat today. Have a fabulous day. And if you can, go hula hoop now. When is the last time you hula hooped, really?